Well, hello there, guys. I hope you're doing well. Hope this finds you good. This I know the lighting's horrible, but I just did not want to move or make this like something that is desired to do. I literally just got the mic. The mic's not even connected. I'm just here to talk. That's just me. That's what I'm here to do. The main thing that I'm trying to talk about is my experience living by myself. It's a very weird experience not having something else within your area that makes you realize that you're still in the earth. You can kind of like tune out everything, and the most closest thing that you can get to an interaction is a phone or a TV, electronics. I love, and it's a little bit more scary, just me being by myself. Like waking up whenever I want, just doing whatever I want. It's actually very comfortable. And then you realize, rah, it's just me. And there's nothing wrong with that. I generally do love me being with me. That's all. That's what I've wanted from a young age as a last born. Is it easier? Yeah, so much. But the main thing that I've really came to appreciate is my train of thought. It's very much easier to be able to talk to myself, think in a way that I want to think without pushing things out or questioning myself or how I want to live my life. Now, with the expectations of having a house, I mean, keeping the place nice and tidy, I generally thought I'd be cleaning up every day and everything, but I just don't because I'm generally just not a messy person. I'll be honest with you right now. My kitchen is in a state. I haven't cooked anything. I've been getting takeouts, so I haven't really had a chance to go in there and cook anything. Um, but in generally, my space is clean. The only rubbish that I have is just things that I don't put in the right place, and the cardboard that the stuff which I bought that's still with me. Other than that, I don't really think about cleaning that much. I used to clean every day, but my mom used to make me clean every day. And now I just realize it's not a use skill that I need because me myself I'm so tidy. It just becomes like I had to fight that urge of cleaning. And I used when I sat around and I just looked around and I was like, whoa, it's a mess. And when I mean it's a mess, I have like two cups of um two teacups there, two plates of over there, takeaway boxes over there, a bit of bits and bobs on the floor like receipts, paper, um, things just not looking right, and things not even being in place. Like you, if you even seen, I've moved everything around the way I wanted because when we got here, I just wanted to have everything set and then just relax for a little bit. But now that I've got a bit of time, I was able to maneuver everything so that I can have it in the way that I want it. I haven't slept in my bed for a good 5 days. And it's fine, but it's not comfortable. I mean, my bed's cushy, but I just haven't gone to my bed. And I think that stems from childhood as well. Like, you're told to go to bed. And one thing, the opportunity that gives you about living by yourself is being able to come to the sitting room at any time. There's no curfew when you're sleeping or where you're sleeping. You don't have somebody coming downstairs and waking you up. I haven't stepped out of my flat for just a while. When I got here, I was exploring. I was going to gigs, um, going for walks, ice creams, arcades. But then I've realized I haven't really spent time in my own home. I haven't given it even the time I need. And I think that's where the mess came along because I'll just eat and go sleep and then jump out again. And also, when I got here, I was so demanding of sleeping the way I was taught and sitting the way I was taught. Currently, there was a table here, and I'm gonna put that table in my bedroom, weirdly enough. Then I'm gonna start recording on top of that said table because I can. It's just that simple. There's nothing behind it. I don't feel like there's nobody here to question it, and because I can, I will. It's 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 that type of question that keeps coming up to my mind. Things that I can just do without asking for outside validation. And I think it's a very unique solution if you understand. Because most of my time, I never give my brain to relax in my past life. I would always just move on to the next. But here and now, I do not have to do anything that I do not want to. I was meant to go shopping 3 days ago, and then I asked myself, "Do you still have food in the house?" It was a yes. Are you hungry now to go get food? No. How long do you think you got the food that you've got in this place is gonna last you? Probably a good a week. And I said, then why are you asking me to go shopping when you yourself know you don't need that food? Then I said to myself, well, I want to prepare in case I don't have any more. And it contradict. It did not help the fact that as I've gone through that questioning myself, I haven't really given a solid meaning to say that I need to go get food. It was just more of a pattern of what I've seen people do, of what I've learned, what I've been taught. And also buying bulk. When I first got here, I was buying meals for 6 people. And then I realized, what am I doing? I'm just wasting money. Some of the food that I had literally had to go in the bin because I wasn't eating. And even there was for a couple of times I didn't even eat for 3 days. I just didn't it the emotion and the feeling of eating just did not excite me. And then plus I really when I was sat with myself, I could just feel the whole of my stomach working the whole time, like the whole process. And it didn't feel good. It didn't feel good. I would just sit here and I could feel my body breaking all that food down, traveling all through my body. And then obviously, it didn't feel good that I could feel all that, but also understand there's not that much stuff outside myself that could disturb me from listening to that. And I think this is one of the first things that I've realized. It's like, wow, I am that relaxed, I am that calm, I can feel my inner works happening. And I think that should be like a main goal of every single human being, no matter what size you are. You should kind of know what is actually happening inside of you instead of focusing on things that are outside of you. Like when things go wrong, you go inside. Like if you're at work and you do something wrong, you go in the office. If you do something wrong with your child, you need to go inside and talk to your mom and dad. In school, you need to go see the headmaster or headmister, or go in the office. If you never know what's going on inside your body, never give anybody a chance, or don't allow yourself to manipulate yourself to give somebody else a chance to know you. I've sat here and I made a choice of I want to do something different. Did I think about this for a long time? No. I just said to myself, you know what? I need to do something different, and this is what I chose to do. And now I'm here and I'm just pursuing it. It's not that I feel like I need to do it. It's more like I know I need to do it. Like, even me moving all the way out here to the seaside, nobody has the authority to tell me that I can't do it. It might look normal to society. And when I was young, I would always ask myself, how are people able to move this much length and with all the complications with the world, how are they still able to push through and still show up 100% better when I know me myself, I didn't understand the world, but I started studying it from such a young age. Like, and also, it's very easy to get caught up when you're searching into that rabbit hole. And I was very happily in before I realized. And I don't think even till this day I had never actually came out. If I sit here and analyze it, I see it. And as I was young, I would see people like live in old houses, especially like this. I didn't know it was a flat. I just thought they were houses. But now that I'm inside, I look outside, and I used to see people stick out the head, and I would think, why are you sticking out your head? You could fall. You know, there's nothing really to see here. It's just people walking down the street. But now that I've realized them people have probably stayed in their house because it's so calm and peaceful. When they stick the head out, it's like sticking your head out into another world, because you have to understand sticking your head out, it's just the body that is going out. Now the mind has gone to so many frequencies and so many conversations. And we all understand the mind talks very fast, it analyzes very fast. Even the dumbest person, their brain could still analyze way too fast. So when I used to see people stick their head out, and I'll think, why? Bearing in mind, I was still a child. I was always outside. Outside, that was me. That's all I knew. And obviously, being inside, you got your parents make you trying to go to sleep, homework, and cleaning and stuff like that. As a kid, you want to be more out exploring than inside. But then now Me thinking now, and also going through my teenager years, I've been outside. I haven't explored the outside the way I want to. And I think a good timing of that will come. Just like me now, exploring the inside of this house and the inside of my brain and my body. There's gonna come a time where I'll be craving to go outside. And it will be in a different way. It'll be in a different way that I've never experienced it before. I know this because when I was young and I was looking up to people who are living like this, I was so curious. I was so curious to the point I got myself here. And it's not even the fact like that's just the general way of living. Some people here, they just stay in the same place. So some parents have the blessings of letting their kids just stay for a long time, even for life. They don't even have to live. Some parents just are that well taken care of before they had the kids that they're able to just say, hey, this is yours. Move out whenever you want, or you can stay with us. Um, yeah. So I wouldn't have known how I got here the way I know how I got here, and even still to this day, I don't still know how I got here. I I was a very I was a very open person, but I never really wanted to put A, B, and C together because I always thought it's very stupid to think logically. I always like to think outside the norm. My best way to say it, I always look at the world as a cartoon, and most people think, yeah, well, it explains how you are. It explains how sometimes you don't get far in life. Well, people don't respect you. People don't take you serious. And I say, cool. But then if you look at how I act in life, how I pursue life, how I take care of life, how I generally when bad things happen in life. And if you look at cartoon, they don't care that like let's say for example Tom and Jerry. Tom and Jerry, they've been going at it for so long, but they always come back and they always laugh. Like I was the earliest I can remember was there was an episode of Tom drawing out a sketch of how he's gonna get Jerry. And bear in mind, he's attempting to kill Jerry. And this is the thing where people don't get about cartoons. If you took a cartoon and put it in real life, they are very savage. So he drawed up a way of getting Jerry, and then he Tom went to sleep. Now the sketching of Jerry woke up through the drawing, and then went and got Jerry. They came back, and then now the cartoon, no, the drawing version of Tom came to life, and then they were battling out. Now, at the end of it all, Jerry ended up changing the the length of a drawing. I don't really know what the right word is. Measurement. So when Tom woke up and then he put his plan into action, he built it, and he was standing there. Jerry Jerry went out there to get the cheese, and obviously now Tom is is standing there knowing he's gonna die. He puts he puts a blindfold on him, and then he puts a cigarette in his mouth. I think if you know this back in the day, this is what people used to do before they die when they get shot. I think it was like a cowboy thing. But Tom was the person that Safe ended up landing on. Now I'm saying if this was real life and somebody tried to kill you, and let's say God gave you a notion, a feeling of this, and then you go out and you research, And then you see it and it's like, right, they really are trying to get me. They really are after me. Most of you people who look at life the way you people around you look at life, you will start shitting your pants. You will start not feeling right. You will start looking for excuses. You look for protection and stuff like that. But Jerry, when he found this out, he literally went and sorted it out himself and then came back, stood there like a G, and knowing if this was real life, Tom would have been dead. And this is why I generally love looking at cartoons because there will be so many close times that you will die that you cannot, you won't be able to count how many times. But if you live in the real world and you look at the world the way the world wants you to look at it, you're gonna die because it's too much information. The way I see it, it's like look at Roadrunner. The guy is always running, you know. The guy is always running. Now you can look at it in a way of like I would say he's a cartoon. Like I'll just look at it as a cartoon. He's running. That's all I see. He's running, and he's always smiling. He's always beeping, bless. And then like the coyote, the guy is always bitter. He's bitter. He wants to eat. That's it. That's it. I don't put anything after that. So when I meet people that have bad intention in my life, I just look at them and say they have a bad intention in my life, and I'm not gonna pursue them. I'm not gonna allow them to what they're trying to do. I will sit there and play this lovely game that we're playing, and we'll see who caps out first because people who are very realistic, they have a deadline of everything they do. They have a deadline. I don't have a deadline. I just go with the flow. I go with it. I go with it. I go with it until I can't go no more. And most of the time, I don't even know I'm playing because to be in your reality, that means I would have to think the way you do. But you're coming in my reality, and people say I'm very childish, I'm very naive. I don't really focus when I need to. I don't take things too serious. Believe me, I do. I do take things very seriously to the point I just couldn't care. I've looked at the world in so many different eyes, and this the easiest eyes for me to look at the world is me as a child. I wake up every day and try and convince myself that the world doesn't actually look at the way it is. And the best thing I can do with that is look at it as a child's world because that's when I found the impossible possible. Like even me now sitting here, I actually don't I actually don't think that I'm sitting here. I just think I'm sat here. I'm not sitting here, I'm just sat here. Even the mic, guys, I have a full setup of this. I have a full I can do the full setup, but then it's like why? Like then I'm just generally a podcast. I don't want to be a podcast. I just want to sit down here and chill with you guys. So, if you want to choose to look at life in such a brutal way that bad things always happen to me and I can't do anything about them, or I've tried, but it always ends up the same. I say it's okay because I had a man, manhood the mindset, and I was okay with it. Now, funny enough, when I got over it, guys, I never really let it go because as a kid, think about it. You're out in this world, no one, you don't really know. You're meant to look at other people to protect you with it as a kid. But then when you grow up and people don't protect you, like why are people doing this to me? Most people would say, "All right, let me do it to them and see how they like it." And then it's like I like it. I like putting other people. I like giving other people the way they're getting at me. And then before you know it, this is what you be called growing up. This is growing up world. This is growing up battle. You do something to me, I do something to you. You do something to me, I do something to you. Somebody else new comes in. If both of you who've been doing something bad to each other and this person does something bad to both of you, okay, wait, let's pause this. Let's focus on him. And then it'll be like you two doing something bad to them. But if they are friends with them, and then it's like you do something bad to me, I do something bad to you, I do something bad to you, and then it keeps going. And this is how you end up having territories at workplaces, at friends, and this is generally how it comes along. Now, I come up there and I'm like, you do something bad to me, I do nothing to you. You do something bad to me, I do nothing to you. You do something to me, then I clock it. Then I'm like, ah, okay. And then you do something bad to me, and then I just disappear. It's just literally that simple. I don't scream, I don't shout, blah blah. I just disappear. Now, you will still be able to see me. You will still be able to talk to me, but there will be a version of you always thinking some point around the corner, I'm just gonna turn around and do something bad to you. That that is a true fact. I've seen it on other people's faces. I've seen it of how other people do it. And also, as I've grown up, I've always wanted to be the person who never pushed back unless forced. I never want to be the person who pushed back. And I would always listen to these people when they're talking to this person. And then I go talk to this person. And it's like nothing like the way they make it. And then I sit there and I'm just thinking, like, right, bro, what are you talking about? Like, I physically could not understand it. And then obviously, then when you go into the older grown up world, it's like, okay, right, all right. There's a lot of bad people. But I would never intentionally hurt someone. Now, the only time people think I'm getting back at them is when I'm being serious on a day or I have something very important in my brain that I just cancel everybody out. I just do not care. I won't even acknowledge you. Like even somebody so important. I've done this before, like even with bosses. They would come into the room, everybody would be looking at them, everybody would acknowledge them. I just could not care. I was so focused on what I was thinking and what I was doing. I just didn't even my brain didn't even give me the knowledge or my body didn't even give me the shivers that to realize that that person is there. It it's very interesting, and this is why I'm realizing this when I'm living by myself. It's much more harder to convince myself that I'm not alive or I shouldn't be here because I cannot I cannot not look at myself. And this also goes back to like when somebody does something bad to you, you do something bad to them. If I don't eat when I want to eat, my brain is going to remind me that I haven't eaten for a long time. Throughout all the process, it's going to remind me. My body's like, I'm just reminding you. My brain's like, I just don't want to eat. So if you're having that battle, and then just think about it like the way I was explaining it. So if I'm having a battle, and then somebody outside me comes and talks to me, do you really think your body and your mind is gonna care about what's what they're saying? All you're gonna know is gonna be autopilot, and if you've been talking long enough, you're gonna relax, and what's happening inside of you is gonna come out of you, and then that person's gonna take that as you're dissing them or you're hurting them, and that's how most weirdest competition starts. And I'm not saying I am saying it's definitely because of that. Because causes don't just come out of nowhere, and they say villains, they're not born, they're made. Nice people are not born, they're made, you know? I had a choice. I had a choice. I had a few tests to see if I wanted to be the child that I want to be, or be the man that I want to be, or just be mediocre. I had a choice. Until this day, I've made that choice, but it's not the fact I've made the choice that's it. I want to know what are the different navigations, situations, outcome, polarities. Oh, that was a hard one. So, and within doing this, you can get more of a catalog. And as I was saying earlier about living inside and sticking your head out, you kind of get to know how this journey started. And then I was saying when I was young, seeing them, now that I've made that choice and I've been living that life for a little bit, looking back on it to the person who made the choice, and then now it's living that life, you're like, right, okay. So I made the choice. I made the choice to go out there and find out all these different things about all these different people who I want, possibly that I want to be in, want to succeed myself throughout. Am I gonna keep pursuing it? And then that's the other question when you come, why should I? I've done enough. And then you can either pivot, and I always said this: love, respect, loyalty. I always pursued a way of looking at life with love. Like that was I've never doubted love. I've been hurt by love, but I've never given up on love. And I don't mean that in situations and outside people. I just mean love by its essence, just the knowing of love. Um, but also I realized as I was growing up, love is not enough. Love is not enough. So I had to get some backup. Now, when I say I had to get some backup, it was more of a way of keeping my love preserved. And that I came to the conclusion the best way of doing this was respect. Like I needed to respect love. Like not everybody needs love from me. Nobody wants love from me. And not some people should definitely not have love from me, and it hurts because you kind of want to do love them, but you can't love them because the respect of love, like respect is like it's so ruthless. You wouldn't want to damage it because it will damage you and it will damage the person who you're trying to be and damage your reputation. And if one of them is damaged, then you have to love the respect. But if the respect is not feeling that respect, it's crazy. It's not. Even this is why I say sometimes love isn't enough. That's why you have to have respect. And then once I realized I got this too, I respect love. I love love. I was like, rah, but who am I giving this to? Who in this world deserves all this? And that's when I realized loyalty. And this is when I made my three triangle: love, respect, loyalty. And I used to say, if there was three people in the room, I would make a triangle. So I'd be like, you be love, you be respect, I'll be loyalty. And it also depended on the person, the attitude, and how they bring themselves forward. And then it got to a point where nobody was actually meeting the standards, and it's making the choice of looking the world the way you want. So I said to myself, throughout my eyes, I don't see anybody who's deserving of this love, respect, loyalty. They don't have the same qualities that I have for them to be in the same realm as me. And then I sat there and I was like, who genuinely deserves this? Like, who deserves these three powerful words? this essence that I have created in my mind that I'm trying to give to this world. Now, the shocking thing was back to the question, who do I want to be? And throughout all this, the way I've pursued it and I've made all these categories, I forgot the pursuit. I got so lost in it. I just gave everything out to the world. And then at the end of it, I was just like, I don't think this is working. And then the question dawned on me, who do you want to be? Like, who do you want to be? And I was like, love, respect, loyalty. That's what I want to give to the world. That's like what I believe within myself. And then the small voice in me just, why don't you just give it to yourself? I was like, no, why would I want to give love, respect, loyalty to myself when I know I've already got it and I'm trying to share it to the world? Then I asked myself, but you have clearly just stated nobody can match this level of outcome that you're giving out throughout your eyes. So then I was like, rah, that's right. Nobody can literally see the way I see it. And bearing in mind, nobody came up to me and said, hey, do you know what? I want to be your respect. I want to be your love. I want to be your loyalty. Nobody ever came up to me and said any of these things. So I realized, I was like, wow, nobody actually even knows this exists. Nobody, you meet me in the street and I'm just saying, do you know what? You're respect. So I'll just respect you. Oh, your love, no, I just love you. Oh, your loyalty, oh, I just, and I would do it with everyone. And then he got to a point I was like, wow, like I'm giving all this away. Like, how am I not giving it to myself? Because after that conversation, I went out and I was doing it again, and then it'll be bigger groups, and then I would have to calculate everything and try and share out with these people. And then I'll be there like, oh my God, like, how am I sat here looking at all this happening? And then I was like, yeah, this is not working. So then I gave it to myself. And you know what? It's one of them things when you kind of realize I had to go through that because also when I was giving love, respect, loyalty away, I saw how people handle it, and these were just people within them natural self. And trust me, if you had these qualities within you, I would, and I've met you, I would have no point or no restriction or said, oh yeah, that's love. Oh yeah, that's respect. He's got it. He's got it. Or them two, loyal as fuck. Loyal as it will just come out like fluently. But as I've watched all these people and I've just given freely all of my wisdom to them because it's initiation, it's like emotion, they feel it. I realized how not to misuse it, how not to go about this world and not be the type of person who's not deserving of this world's. And to this day, I'm still learning. Like I actually am. I'm still learning how to be these lovely words that I have chosen to pursue within my life. It's not easy and it's not hard, but it's not difficult. It's physically not difficult because you have to remember you have such a long lifespan, and if you can't enjoy the simple things, you're gonna be very sad because if you can't sit there for 10 minutes, think what you can't do in a year, bro. In a year, how can you not sit there for 10 minutes, 5 minutes, and just relax and chill? And you expect to do something great within your life. I when I came to this house, I actually, funny enough, I actually went to the shop, I got some cans, and I just sat here. I didn't do anything. I just sat here and I drank and I just looked at it. I was like, rah, like it didn't sink in because I was here. I wasn't like, rah, fam. You know what I mean? I posted some a little something on them TikTok. You know what I mean? I was like, yeah, because it was the first time me being here buying it. And in a way, it was my first time, well, not buying it, renting it. And then it was my first time actually doing that application. So I was like, yo, mate, capture that. But me living in here, I know I was going to be here for a while. So I didn't, there was no like, oh my God, I'm here. It's like, I'm here, let's just relax and be here. And even though now I've got everything in, it's still dawning to me like I'm here. At the realization, I was watching a movie called John Carter, and it's about an Earthman going to Mars, but he's photocopied to Mars. But the way I saw it, he traveled within his mind within a dream state, and he was able to explore everything while his mind was still back. So his mind was gone. His mind was in another place, but his body was here. But if you're able to do this, just as the movie, keep your body here, but let your mind travel the world. Keep your body still, be in your body, stay calm, stay within your structure, but let your mind run wild. And I was watching a video about this. Excuse me. As I've gone for my pursuit for all of this, I kind of got lost and I didn't dream. Like when I was 20, early 20s, I was doing a lot. I was dreaming a lot. And it wasn't even like a bad thing. Because at the time it just felt I'm working out, I'm making music, I'm doing some writing, I'm reading books, I'm going to see my friend to make music. We're doing a bit of skits here, record a video here, do a podcast here. I was doing all of this, and all of this was happening all at the same time, you know. But I think it was because I had so much, because as you're young, you have so much within your body. You're so anchored within your body, like you're a bit of a rebel. Nobody can really tell you what to do. Luckily for me, I was able to project that in the right way, so it helped me now to look at it in a beautiful way. Saying all this is because now when I'm sat here and my brain's here, I can understand now that I cannot think that I'm doing something because I'm not. There's so many people out there who are doing something so much cooler than me right now. But the real people who are doing the things that we want to do in life, they're not really doing it. Like they can't. Like you can sit here. Like I can say to you, you're watching this now, but it's like nah, you're sleeping or you're chilling. You're in the sitting room. You're eating. You're not really watching this. You're just. It's like a part of it. So even me now, I'm just a part of this place of what you're watching and what you're deciding to watching. I don't think I have anything else to be fair. Yeah, it's been cool. It's been calm. It's been blessed. Take care of yourself. I can't be asked going up there and turning off the camera, so you guys are just not to stay there for a few minutes. I'm not gonna lie. I'm trying to find my remote. Yeah, see, this is out. This is literally it. After I just finish this, I just go back and watch something. Like it's not after I finish this, I'm doing something else or doing something else. I'm literally when you go off, I'm just gonna watch a movie, and because I want to.